So you want to talk about Shaman and we can finish up the rest tomorrow?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
All right. Shaman, legendaries, 3 mana, Grand Totem Eyesore.
It's a good name.
It is an eyesore. Look at that fucking ugly thing, dude. I wanna kick it.
Kicking its
I
big
just wanna
eyeball.
I wanna fucking kick it. At the end of your turn, give +1/+1 to all other totems in your hand, deck, and battlefield. Oh boy, dude, this card blows.
Yeah, it's not that good.
This card's bad.
Um, they really need to stop pushing Totem Shaman.
They
It,
need to stop pushing Totem Shaman like this.
I will say it does give your Goliath +1/+1 and the Circus
I
Amalgam
don't
plus
care.
one plus one,
I also don't care.
but it doesn't do too much, right? Like
It doesn't do anything. If I'm playing a buff on my board, I want it to be at the start of my turn or
when
when I want it
yeah,
to be
it's a
so I can
bad
hit
yeah
face. I don't care about the totems in my hand because
yeah.
I probably have like two, and my deck might have like three more, but +1/+1 isn't the reason why I want to play Totem Shaman. This card is bad,
You're right.
Sam.
Like if this card made your zero attack totems have attack on the with a second it was played, it'd be better, but it doesn't.
Yeah, like
And
Battle Cry, give all of your totems for the rest of the game +1/+1. That would be a nutty card. Too bad that's not what it is.
also it really
It's a one.
doesn't fix the weakness of Totem Shaman
Totem Shaman.
falling behind and not being able to catch back up.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll give this a one. Okay, we have the other legendary Inara Storm Crash, 5 mana 4/5. It's not even a Yeti, but its effect is on your turn, your hero has +2 attack and Wind Fury.
Okay, so best case scenario,
Yeah,
I have, I don't know, a 3 or 4 attack weapon,
yep,
and then I play this card on 5, and I go face for 10, 12, maybe?
okay,
Going face for 12 is very cool, but
yeah,
I'm just doing that.
yeah.
I don't
Um,
get to blade dance with it. I don't get to bladed lady, and I don't get to heal. And it doesn't have taunt or rush. And I don't. If I have Wind Fury and plus attack on my face, I don't want to be trading.
I will say, aren't you glad that Demon Hunter doesn't have this card? Because that
Yes,
would be insane.
I am very glad Demon Hunter doesn't have this card.
but
I guess. This
too bad.
was actually the theory crafted day one Ashes of Outland Demon Hunter card, though. By the way.
This oh yeah, this is basically Warglaze Vazanoth, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Except Warglaves were probably better. I think
Not
Warglaves were a
probably,
lot better.
not probably. They were much better.
I think this card's a 2. I think it could see play, but I want to be hitting
I just
for
play
12 and 5?
just
And
play
are you dead?
Doomhammer. Just play
Probably not.
Doomhammer. Deathmatch.
Deathmatch Pavilion?
Yes. 2 mana
Uh,
spell. Summon a 3/2 duelist. If your hero attack this turn, summon another.
bad.
Yeah, like
Very bad.
so the reason that Demon Hunter is good with this stuff is because it's one, its hero power costs 1, and
Yes.
2, it has a bunch of card draw, so you can draw into the things that make you attack more and weapons. Shaman does not have a ton of card draw, and its hero power summons totems, and totems do not
Okay.
equal attack.
Yes. This also comes out on 2. There are no 1 mana, 2 health
Bring,
weapons for Shaman.
they either
So
have to
I
make
don't.
Rockbiter 1 cost again, or bring back Spirit Claws as a 1 cost
Spirit Claws is
weapon.
very rotated. What's up, Kyle? How you doing tonight? Sorry. I think this is a 1. This is a very bad card.
It's not a good card, I agree.
Also, like, 2 has summon be 2, 2, 3 twos? That's pretty bad.
Yeah, if these were
I don't want to play that
if these were
regardless.
2/3s, it'd be better. But what if it's like 2 mana summon
It's like it
3/3?
gets conked, it gets lightning stormed, along with like a bunch of other stuff. Okay, it's bad. Magic
It's not
Fin.
good.
How do you feel about this?
Why do they make this card a shaman
I
card?
don't
No.
know.
And why do they make this card at all? It's a 3 mana 3/4 after a friendly Murloc dies, which shaman does not have a lot of. Add a random legendary minion to your hand.
Okay, I'm gonna pitch you a scenario. You're right.
Yes.
It's gonna sound very familiar because I've talked about this before.
Okay.
So imagine I have a board. I don't know,
Yes.
like 3 or 4 2/2s or something,
Okay.
and I have two options. I can either, I don't know, do something like Bloodlust and kill you, or I can play this card
Yep.
and get a bunch of useless garbage.
Okay, I have like 3 questions.
Yeah.
Is it day 1 of the expansion?
Yes.
Okay, well then I expect you to play Magic Fin.
Okay. If I unpack, okay, it's 3 weeks in.
Then I do not expect you to. What rank are
Okay.
we in this scenario?
We're pushing Legend. Murloc Shaman.
Well, I feel like if you're playing Murloc Shaman and you're pushing Legend, you can do whatever you want because you're good enough at the game to play whatever you want. So I don't really care then.
This card is absolute dog shit, right?
This is so bad.
It's very bad. By the way, Kyle, how was Clash? I'm glad you're here now. Okay, this is
Dunk
a good
Tank.
card, right?
Dunk Tank. 4 mana, deal 4 damage. If you corrupt it, deal 2 damage to all enemy minions.
Sorry. So I learned something watching the reveal streams.
Yes.
This is not corrupted, deal 2 damage, and then deal 2 damage to everything else. This is corrupted, deal 6 damage, and then 2 to everything else.
What?
Like, that card is nutty. It can also go face,
Yeah.
which is really good with the Yashiraj thing.
Wait. What do you mean that it deals 6? Like to a minion?
It does 4,
Yeah.
and then it does 2 to everything
Oh.
else. It does 2 to it as
Okay.
well.
So,
So if
like,
you target a minion,
yeah,
it does
okay.
6 to it.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
So
Yeah.
this card is excellent removal.
It's
This
the-
card can go face for 4. This card is excellent with spell damage. And have you heard of the Yashiraj OTK?
I have not. What is that?
So we're playing Quest Shaman, right? We play 2 copies of Corrupted Dunk Tank, 2 copies of, hear me out, it's a neutral card. It's a 4 mana.
Okay.
It's called Circus Medic. Corrupted,
Oh,
deal
yeah.
4 damage.
Yeah. I put that card in a few
Yeah.
decks.
Yeah, so you do your Quest Shaman, right?
Yes.
And you just play 2 Corrupted Dunk Tanks and 2 Corrupted Medics at some point. And then later in the game, and then the next turn, you Hero Power and Yashiraj, and you have like 60 face damage.
That is a lot of damage.
You get 4 Circus Medics back that both do 8 to their face, and 4 Dunk Tanks back that both do 4 to their face.
Okay.
So there, I think that archetype might actively be a thing.
Might?
Might. The other thing is it's essentially a 2-card combo, and you just have to have played the other cards.
Okay. How about
Don't even need the whole thing. I can play this card as removal.
Yeah, let's talk about this card as itself and not.
I think this card. Yes. Okay. You're right. I went on a tangent.
I appreciate it.
I think this card by itself is a good card.
I think it's at least a 4.
I think it's a 4.
Okay.
I want to give it a 5.
I like your OTK thought, but we need to talk about the card itself.
Fine.
Okay, we have
Pitmaster.
Pitmaster, yeah, 3 mana, 1/2. Wonderfully, holy crap! I didn't even realize the stats were that bad. Battlecry, summon a 3/2 duelist.
Yep.
Corrupt, summon 2. So that's a 1.
I think it's a 2.
Okay, why?
It can't.
How do you ever get this
I'm gonna
corrupt
say-
off?
I'm gonna say Quest Shaman, but it's bad in Quest Shaman.
Yeah,
It's good in Quest Shaman, but it's Quest Shaman.
I don't think you want to run this Quest Shaman.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't think the if it had stats,
I'm sad.
I'd like it more, but it doesn't have stats.
3 mana. Kyle says 3 mana 4/4 on 2 bodies, not bad. I disagree. I think it's a 2. Yeah, but I don't think it's a 1.
Okay, we'll give it a 2. I do agree with Kyle that the stats aren't terrible, but it's not a good card.
And if you corrupt it, it's like a little bit of a board flood. You know?
Well, it's a board flood at 5 mana then, because it'd be a 5 mana 7/6 or something.
Yeah, no, I think two's pretty good. Okay. Whack-a-Knoll Hammer.
I just like the
3
name of this
mana,
one.
2/3/2 durability weapon. After hero attacks, give a random minion +1/+1.
We're assuming that stuff stays alive on the board with this.
Yeah. I mean, it's turn 3. I don't think it's unlikely that we don't have a totem alive. If we kill a minion and give a minion +1/+1, I mean, that's a pretty good tempo. It's not amazing, but I think Shaman needs something better.
Yeah.
But I think it's cool. I think it's good tempo.
It's a better War Axe, right? But like, Shaman needs low. The reason War Axe is good is because you have low minions to back it up, low cost minions to back it up. Shaman doesn't have a ton of low cost minions to back this up.
Yeah.
Like, it can't flood the board terribly well right now.
I think it's a 3.
Yeah, it has a really good effect, and if Shaman gets stuff to make this better, it's going to be better.
Yeah.
But it depends on like what Shaman gets to push its own aggressive archetypes, which from what we've seen with this expansion, not a ton.
I'm gonna say this one because I love it.
Okay.
2 mana 2/2 Cage Match Custodian, battle card draw weapon, 5.
I think it's a really good card, and Shaman's.
I think it's an amazing
We've
card.
talked some shit on Shaman, but Shaman has good weapons.
Mm-hmm. And the Shaman archetypes that play those weapons want to have those weapons.
And they also want draw, which again Shaman doesn't have a ton of. It has Farsight.
These are those things.
It has Farsight, which we don't want to run because Farsight's not that good a card.
I want to stop playing Farsight in my Shaman decks because I keep putting it in them.
It's the only card besides Mana Tide Totem that does not draw you a card. No, I like this card. I think a 5 is good because all the Shaman weapons are good, and drawing into Whack-a-Knoll Hammer, tutoring that out is good. Just putting Whack-a-Knoll Hammer in your deck as a one of 30, less good, but this is good. I agree with the 5 right here.
My only theory craft I've actually is Evolve, and I think Evolve Shaman got really good with this. Specific draw is almost always good, Kyle says, and I agree with him.
I think so too. Tutoring's just good for Hearthstone. Doesn't have a lot of it, so when it gets it, it's really good too.
Yeah, Evolve Shaman. Ooh, actually, I just thought about this. Evolve Shaman, play 1-drop or don't ever, whatever, don't care. 2 mana, play this guy. You draw your 4 mana Bogspine Knuckles. Is that 4 mana? Hold on, is Bogspine Knuckles 4 mana or 5?
It's 4, I think.
Bogspine Knuckles are
4.
5 mana.
5, never mind. I thought they were.
It's worse than I thought, but
okay.
I think
I feel like all these Shaman cards would be good if they costed 1 less. The ones that we rated like 1s, if they were just, except for Magic Fin, like Deathmatch Pavilion, if it costed 1, be a good card.
Yeah, it's a 2-drop. Yeah.
Grand Eyes Totem, if it costed 2, Grand Totem Eyesore, be a good card. And Naira Stormclash costed 4, be a good card. But they're just, I feel like with Shaman, they're just like, remember that one time mid-range Shaman was super oppressive 4 years ago? Let's never repeat that.
You don't forget about Galakron Shaman.
Let's never have a Shaman that curves out really well again.
God, that deck felt so good to play. You have no idea.
I started playing right after that deck got nerfed.
Oh, dude, that deck was so much fun. All right, Revolve. How you
I
feel?
I love this card. This is
I
mass. This is
love
mass.
this card.
This is mass silence.
It's mass silence, but it's also value trade, heal my guys,
Yeah.
or again, evolve shaman, play like a bunny.
I really like this card. This card is probably a 5 for me.
That summon things and transform them into larger things.
This
I don't
is
know, Mogu Flesh Shaper? Pretty good.
Oh, that's really good. This is the only shaman card I was excited about in one of the videos I put out. I think this is like a 5. This is so good.
I want it to be a 5. I
Yeah.
think it's close to a 4, but I want it to be a 5.
I think it's a 5 for all the reasons you said. You can trade in clean. It's silence. It's just good. It's a good card that Shaman needed. Not happy that it's not this enhancement Shaman that they were going for. It's control Shaman, but it's just a good card.
All right, last one. How do you feel about this card?
I'm glad it's not a Demon Hunter card, because in Demon Hunter it'd be really good.
I think this is a good card.
I think it's a good card too. I didn't say it wasn't. I said it'd be a better card in Demon Hunter.
I think it's a 3.
I think dealing 3 to a minion, giving your hero attack to trade, is really good. Again, if this costed a little less, it'd be even better.
Oh, this card would be absolutely insane at 2 mana.
So make it 2.5. You only get half a mana crystal instead after you play it on 3.
Okay, that just makes it 3 cost.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
I think it's good. I think 3 is good. I'm kind of disappointed they didn't go more in with this enhancement shaman.
Enchantment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, it looked like, from what we got, it just looks like this could be a cool archetype, but they printed stuff like Magic Fin and
Totem.
and the totem. Like, I feel like this archetype could just be better.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even the draw the weapon is so good.
All right.